Here we are then, about to start the pre-baiting for the Alan Jones Memorial, day 2. I am just at the top end or bottom end of Zone A. Got Pilot Bridge heading down that way, and spinny, 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 up towards Rebridge there. So currently stood behind Ian Didcott. Hopefully I'm not going to curse him with his pre-baiting like I did Steve Ford yesterday. Hopefully Ian will not lose, well, any feeders preferably. He's looking really happy with his draw. Computer says no. Ian finished 6th in his section yesterday. Yeah, I'm going to film that if you catch the trees. No worries, it's what I'm here for. He does have some overhanging branches just above, literally right above where he's going to cast actually, but that's it. We're underway with the pre-baiting. So at this point, all the anglers can check the feeder. There you go, that's where he's fishing to. You can check the feeder in full of bait. No hooks on. And one of the rules of the match, you can't feed by hand, so you can't throw balls of ground bait in. You can only use the feeder. So Ian's just getting underway, as well as chap on the end peg. Quite a busy towpath today. It's quite good as the weather is playing ball, which is quite nice. Hey, thank you very much. Everyone's in good spirits, which is nice. So we've got 10 minutes of pre-baiting. Fishing tight over to the bank. So there's no lilies over that side, it's just the overhang from the brambles and the trees. Ian's got a couple of patches of lilies over on the far bank. That's what he's casting over to at the moment.
Enough to feed the 3 ounces that I'm going to catch.
Ian's feeling really optimistic. He's going to have 3 ounces today, and that's it. It's been a lovely walk down up by Rebridge, and thought I'd walk down this way rather than bringing the car and then having to come back. Yeah, I think I'm bringing Ian a bit of bad luck at the moment. Yeah, so I thought I'd have a little walk down, and it's absolutely beautiful today. There's still a bit of a breeze, so I don't think it's going to rain too much. I had a little smattering of rain earlier, but listening to all of the wildlife has been amazing. I've seen the little family of ducks again, and there was a woodpecker right up by Rebridge. And the rowers are out. Good old Sunday morning row. Coming up to 5 minutes into pre-baiting, got another 5 minutes to go. The match kicks off at 11 o'clock this morning. Wasn't a huge amount caught off these pegs yesterday. It was £3 on the end peg roughly. It's 3 ounces off Ian's peg yesterday. First and second in the section with the end pegs at the far end, just as you start to go around the bend. Tom Driver up there today. We have a few rowers. Nice and busy before the off. And their coach on a bike, so they'll just come past me in a moment. There they go. As much as I used to enjoy rowing, I didn't enjoy rowing along here when there was a match on. It is quite tricky to see rods and poles when they're out. No. Ian's just referencing that one of the anglers yesterday had thrown ground bait in, as Mark Treasure mentioned this morning on the draw. Anglers were reminded this morning that that is not allowed. And that looks to be Ian's 3 swims for the day, I think. Our plan, oh, the signal is a little bit poor here, so you have to bear with me. But our plan for today is we're going to walk up this section here, which is the first section of Zone A. Depending on which way you look at it, it could be seen as the last section of Zone A. We're just at the pilot end. We're going to walk all the way up through Ree, and then we will head up to Netheridge to see how those guys are getting on. And a bit later, after a small lunch break for us and a rest of the legs, we'll head up to Castle, Up, Down and Saul, which is Zone B, and see how they're getting on. I'm getting attacked by a fly. Might be a spider, I'm hoping it's a fly. Not a fan of spiders. The amount of time I spend outdoors, you'd have thought I'd be okay with them by now, but I'm definitely not. We've got just a few minutes to go until we start the match. Ian's just getting himself ready. We have NPEG getting himself ready. There's lots of smiles today, it's nice, it's a really good feel to this match. As a reminder, the match is done on points per section. So you've got 12 anglers in a section, you've got 1 point for first, 12 points for 12th. And it's your cumulative points over the 2 days. So the angler with the fewest points over those 2 days. There are obviously 6 anglers with 1 point so far. At least one of them has had a good draw today, so we'll pop down to see them a bit later today. They are drawn, I think, Castle Down from memory, around 450 something, so we'll pop down there and see how they're getting on a bit later. If there are ties, it does go down to weight. It also then goes down to match points So the position you finish in the match overall. A couple of the anglers who had very poor results yesterday are on some of the better pegs today, so it's mixed it up quite nicely, I think. But it's the Gloucester Canal, so you never can tell quite what it's going to throw up, to be honest. And I think we're pretty much there. And that's it, we're underway. Yesterday, quite a lot was caught how it does today. These few pegs here do get That's a first chuck, first fish for Ian, little roach. See if he can get 2 in 2, as I'm still here. Back over to the same spot. The look of shock and surprise on Ian's face that having a bite and then actually catching the fish was a bit of something to be seen in real life. Hopefully it'll give a little bit of confidence. It's just a little bit of a curse from next door, which I think Right then, we are on the move. I'll leave Ian to it. See you in a bit.
In a bit, bye.
Right. So, chap just next to Ian on the next peg, he has also had a little roach apparently. There's a couple of fish coming out. We've seen 2 fish so far. Both Ian and the chap next to him have had little roach. See how the rest of the section are faring. These pegs tend not to get fished quite so regularly. There's a bit more fishing happening up here, sort of practice for Census Challenge and the likes, but it's a longer walk. All right. Oh, the ducks are back. Give some appreciation for little ducks. She's got seven little ducklings. Just coming up to the end of the section, first section in Zone A. Just got 4 anglers left to go and have a little look at. There's the other 12 that way, the rest of the 12 that way. So again, that's down towards Pilot. Pilot Pub, for those of you who know it. It's just on the bridge. Lots of exercise going on today. Well done, everybody. The steps is as much as I'm going to do. going to try not to get taken out by a branch today. Walking up Castle Up yesterday. I was actually heading back towards the bridge just after I'd finished filming. And I was actually trying to watch where I was going. I had no excuse. I got hit by a tree branch. It's quite a thick branch. Tell you what, it was better than a cup of coffee. Nothing better than being smacked in the face by a whole load of tree. Here's Tom. So yesterday, the angler on this peg won the section. It was between these two end pegs for first in the sections, did very well. Any early fish or indications yet?
Fishing on the bread, he's had one straight away.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's had a little tiny bite of sand
Yeah.
first one. I come back shore after what you said, I replumbed it.
Yeah.
Same depth, so. If that wind gets up, I'm going to struggle getting up.
Yeah.
You were saying place before I come back. You ever bring the bread? I think it will complicate things, but it's obviously working for him.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought of bread.
Wayne always uses it. He's had about 3 or 4 bites. You're quite fast on the bread, isn't it? He's missing that one.
Yeah. Well, fingers crossed. Good luck. Catch you later. Cheers, sorry. This is Tom just saying that apparently this chap here's had a couple of indications on the bread. He's doing right. Good start anyway. So we've got a bit of a break between the two sections now to just have a little chat. So Tom was fishing tight over to the lilies. I planned to go over to the rivers just before I got there.
Thanks.
Okay. So the Hempstead Bend, which is up on the Netheridge section today, we will pop up there in a little while. I'm just going to have a little walk up this section first, just to see if there's been any early fish coming out. It's nice to see a couple coming out in that section already. Yesterday was very hard, so hopefully it'll be a bit better. A very angry swan over there with his or her wings up. Quite nice along here, quite peaceful. Although if you get the wind in the direction it is today, you get blown around a little bit. It's not quite so good. And as ever, Farmers Fields. Nice big sign saying keep out, keep to the canal path. And as I mentioned yesterday, it's a good bit of path along here. Does mean you tend to get some quick cyclists and quick runners, but it's less chance of you turning your ankle when you're walking and filming or not quite paying attention, so that's quite good. Oops, a bit jumpy, sorry. There's our little friendly swan. He doesn't look too happy with me filming. Very angry. It's a lot of work though. There's a run up. It's a lot of effort. Always feels like it's probably a lot of effort to have to push yourself along. Give you an idea of how blustery it is. You look at the trees. And yes, those clouds are looking a bit dark again, everybody. I'm a bit nervous that it's going to get wet again. Let's go past these people. Right, okay. And we're into the next section. Let's see if I get wet before I get to Netheridge. Not quite sure how these pegs fared yesterday. A lot of lilies on the inside, as you can see. Quite muggy and it's warm when you're walking, but I imagine sitting you feel a little bit of a chill in the air, to be fair. Family out for a bike ride. Very nice. Good choice of day, good choice of area. I'm biased, I live on the canal. Not literally, I don't have a boat, but my house is a stone's throw from this beautiful place. A wonderful name for a boat. Parsnip's Tail. I am wondering, what's the name of their dog? Either way, brilliant name. Any luck yet? No? Still early. Always feel a bit bad asking. It's like, it's 15, 20 minutes in. And if it was me, I'd be like, nope. That'd be the end of the conversation. Not much action down here at the moment. Kind of talked about this yesterday, but I have a love-hate relationship with this stretch of the canal. I've been pegged here for the last few years on things like feeder masters. Here's a cyclist.
Morning.
Morning. And I've never done very well. It's not an area I particularly enjoy fishing. I love walking it. I love running. I don't love running. I love running along this stretch. But I do not enjoy the fishing. So this is peg 198, literally right in front of me. There we go. Windy, windy. But the sun's out. Now in part that is nice because you don't get too cold. However, don't want it too bright. It's going to put the fish off. So hopefully it'll be just warm and cloudy. There are plenty of clouds. I'm hoping they're not rain clouds, but we'll see. We shall see as the day goes on. This chap looks very comfy. Brilliant setup. I love those feeder chairs. So I had a Preston feeder chair for a number of years and loved it, absolutely loved it. And then I went to the Guru Christmas podcast recording and cyclist. I went to the Guru Christmas podcast recording and completely fell in love with their chair. So I now have that one and it's brilliant. It's really comfy. I take it wherever I can. It's particularly enjoyable for feeder fishing. I love it. I've got the Gloucester Canal Feeder Masters qualifier coming up in a couple of weeks. I'll be using it there, no doubt. It's a nice lightweight alternative to carrying your entire seat box with you because I'm definitely a kitchen sink person when it comes to going fishing, and I need to try and sort that out because when you're on a long walk on a natural venue, for example, it's a lot of kit to transport. Even if you've got a trolley, even if you've got an electronic trolley. I only drive a car, I don't have a van, and trying to fit everything into that car is, frankly, very tricky. So I do need to try and pare down my kit a fair bit, but that's not quite it's not quite happening at the moment. So I think if I use my feeder chair more, I stand more of a chance. It won't happen. I'll still make sure that I carry everything. I always have these bright ideas, and nothing ever changes. I seem to have the curse of the camera at the moment for everyone. There we go. It's better. Right. Lovely cast right over the far side, just under the brambles. Possibly not where he was aiming for, or just having adding a bit more bait in. It's got a window feeder. Just packing that full again. I think that sums up how they're getting on at the minute. There we go, just over to the tree. Lovely. Still early, plenty of time.
Has anyone caught yet?
I haven't seen anything on, or heard anything on this part of the section. Next section down, I've had a couple of little bits, but nothing here yet. Good luck. Everyone's got a very similar look at them. It's that early match. I desperately need to get something so I don't wank. Any luck so far?
One little skimmer.
Yeah,
Seen much being caught?
haven't seen much now. Anything yet?
No, not a sign.
No. It's quiet all up at the minute. Still early. Good luck. Yeah, so quite quiet in that section at the moment. One little skimmer being reported. I would guess it probably has only been a couple of bits. There's another treat. Only a couple of bits coming out at the moment. So, as expected, it's always a quieter section to start. Well, not always. It's going to be a quieter section to start based on yesterday's results. So we will now have a little break while we walk up towards the Netheridge section in Zone A. So fingers crossed, I'll see some fish there. Catch up with you again shortly.